All right, everyone, we just have to reiterate something very important here. For all of those conspiracy theorists out there worried about Joe Biden, don't worry, he's fucking totally normal, dude. Everything's fine with Joe Biden. It's normal when, a 75-year-old man gets up on stage and has an eye bleed, like he blows a blood vessel in his eye. That's totally normal. It's totally normal. That even more worrisome is the oft unmentioned fact that he can't keep up his train of thought for more than 5 seconds. Here's my big takeaway. Looking at Joe Biden, like whether it's the CNN town hall from last night or anywhere else, his handlers are oblivious. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's saying half the time. He appears fundamentally incapable of answering a question when asked one. And yet this is the Dem frontrunner. This man is, arguably in close contention for being potentially the president of the United States, and he's fucking totally out there. He doesn't know what he's doing. That's how damning it really is. That's how sad the Democratic Party really has become, that this is their front runner. And when you look at the dude who's in second place, he's even older. He's also befuddled. He thinks that it's the 1800s. And then if you look at their third wheel candidate, who's at this point basically Elizabeth Warren, you have someone who latches onto a deal without even apparently having read it at the time, so she eats her words on this one. She lies about her ethnicity for most of her life to advance her career and then latches onto an environmental plan that involves banning transatlantic flight. This is the Democratic Party, and that's totally normal. If this had happened, let's say that this current field had been competing in 2008, would any of them have been taken seriously? Would anybody up in that field be like, if Biden running in the way he is now, with his health issues being as they are, or any of these other people with their platforms, would any of them have been possibly nominated by the Democrats? No. No, Obama, if he were there, he'd be awestruck. I think he would genuinely be confused because he'd be like, hey, at least I'm trying to maintain the illusion that I'm still sane. These people aren't even trying. And Joe Biden, who is supposedly his best, he can't even get his endorsement. It might have something to do with the fact that he's got, aneurysm shit going on. His aneurysm doctor had to come out a week ago and assure people, don't worry, Joe's in fine health. Yeah, I've operated on his brain a couple times. So what? That happens to the best of us. Aneurysms are normal. No problems. I don't see any reason to worry about it. Yeah, his eye blew a gasket the other night. It's fine. Nobody even talks about it. And you realize how difficult it was? Like, right off the bat when it happened, it went immediately viral. Everyone's messaging me, Jesus Christ, Biden's eye just started bleeding live on TV. Basically, this is fucked. They never seen something like this before at this point. Within a few minutes, Twitter completely rushed in and covered it up from trending there. It's been hushed up everywhere else. So if you look it up anywhere on the internet, you're not going to see very much. Literally, go to Twitter and look up Biden eye or Biden eye bleeding or something. Go on YouTube, do the same thing. It's being memory holed actively as we speak. There's a reason for that. They'll probably call anyone a conspiracy theorist who raises any problems about it. Oh, no, it's just the camera malfunctioning. It wasn't actually blood. Well, he's got some big problems, dude. He's got some major problems. The worst part is that the Dem frontrunner, not only does he have these physical problems like that, but at the same time he's got the mental problems. He is demented. Joe Biden has dementia. There's no question in my mind at this point. But apparently the only people qualified to say that he is are people that back his presidential campaign, so it works really well for them to trot him out on stage as though he's capable of winning. Dude, he's not going to be able to win the general election at the rate he's falling apart, which roughly mimics the rate at which the Democratic Party is falling into the incapability of actually winning this election. Not through any great strength of Trump's at this point, but just because of their own fucking bungling. They've overstretched too far. He's not even going to make it through the general election. I hope that they nominate him. I think it would be funny. Can you imagine a situation? Imagine this. Imagine the satire comics at this point. Trump and Biden are up on stage. The media has primed everyone to believe Trump's nuts. He doesn't know what he's saying, or he's saying so he's just mouthing off. He's bloviating. He's up against someone who has dementia, which will, over time, as dementia tends to do, it will get worse. He's got other health issues too. He's got general forgetfulness in addition to apparently his more less lucid dementia moments. Can you imagine, like, the reaction of the American public to these two 70-plus-year-old men up on stage, one whom they've been convinced by corporate propaganda is insane, the other of which is observably insane? It's going to be funny. It's going to be a little bit sad, but 99% hysterical. It's going to be really funny because it's like the curtain being drawn back, exposing the cement wall behind the play. It's like the bread and circus act finally being up and America realizing, hey, things are actually fucked. So yeah, Joe Biden's just fine, folks. You're a conspiracy theorist if you think there's anything wrong with him. Don't you dare question his health. You know, we heard this about Hillary Clinton around the time that she fell and had to be thrown in the back of her campaign van like a sack of potatoes on 9/11, no doubt. Around the time that happened was when her political career was basically over. Joe Biden's just ended last night. It's just that you haven't seen it yet. That's about all. Peace out.